Welcome to Safe Harbor. Today, we would like to show you our current building and what our new building would do for children in our community who are suffering from abuse and neglect. As a child walks in, they come into our waiting room. You'll see that this is a space that is hopefully conducive to children. Yet at the same time, there are very few toys. That is the current situation due to COVID. Under a typical circumstance, we can have 2 to 3 families in this space. But right now, in order to maintain health and safety, we can only have 1 family here for services, which limits the number of services we can provide to children at any given time. I want to show you our CASA office. Our court-appointed Special Advocate Volunteer Coordinator works to train volunteers how to speak up for children in the court system out of this office. We also have intern space. You can see that this is a very tight space for both a staff member and an intern to work from. Yet that is the only space we have in order to provide the CASA support for our volunteers. As we walk down the hall, you'll see our forensic interview room. This is the room that children come into to first share their story of abuse. We only have 1 forensic interview room, so that means if we have an urgent interview that comes in when we already have one scheduled, we are not able to provide that emergency interview without canceling a regularly scheduled interview. We want to make sure that we have the space for each child that needs to come and share their story. After a forensic interview, we provide different services to children in addition to the forensic interview. One of those is the medical exam. We do a body safety medical exam that is child-friendly and non-invasive. We do that so that children can understand that their body is okay even after abuse. However, we have a medical suite that we also share with staff offices and an intern desk. What would be most beneficial for children would be a medical suite dedicated to just the medical exam and a medical intake room that would allow the doctor to talk to the child before the medical in their regular clothes and then to come and do the medical. And it would be more beneficial for our staff to have individual space to do their work. We also offer therapy, typically trauma-focused cognitive behavior therapy. We do so out of 2 different therapist offices. This is one of the therapy offices. We provide therapy through 2 staff therapists and also through interns. However, our space is limited. We are only able to do 2 counseling sessions at any given time in our current building. Yet, we typically have enough therapists to provide 4 therapy sessions. We are in need of not only a traditional therapy setting, but also an art and a play therapy area so that children can lay down and really use the space for therapy. As part of our services, we also provide prevention. Prevention is an essential service to be able to teach children how to keep their bodies safe. As part of the prevention program, we have many materials that need to be given to children. This is our prevention office along with our development office. As you can see, once again, it is quite crammed with many items sitting out. That is because we lack the amount of storage we need for the prevention materials and the ability to continue to raise funds. You'll also notice that many of our toys from our waiting room are back here. That is because we do not have current space to place them anywhere else, but we do not want to get rid of these really wonderful toys for our kids. As part of our forensic interview program, we work with law enforcement, Child Protective Services, and the prosecuting attorney's office. When a child is in the forensic interview room sharing their story, those team members sit back in this conference room and observe the interview as it takes place. We will have anywhere from 3 to 4 team members back here during an interview. This is the only room that we can use in our entire building where more than 2 people need to meet. This space is limited. We have to schedule it out. We hold board meetings, and also we provide therapy in this same space. This is not a conducive environment for children who are trying to work through their healing journey. Safe Harbor desperately needs a new building to provide the needed space for children who are suffering from abuse and neglect.